Louis Tomlinson just totally trolled Niall Horan on Twitter over his outfit. Niall clapped back, and One Direction fans cannot get enough of the whole interaction. What's up, y'all? It's Niall Horan Jr. back here with Clevver News, and Louis Tomlinson just dragged his former One Direction bandmate Niall Horan with a single tweet, and it was honestly hilarious. So it all started when GQ revealed on Twitter that they were interviewing Niall and asked fans to submit any questions that they had for him. And the tweet itself wasn't in question, but the photo they chose to accompany their tweet caught Louis' attention. At first glance, it's just a swoon-worthy pic of Niall from a recent photo shoot wearing a suit, looking like he's ready to slay his new LinkedIn profile. And Louis decided to lean into this and submit a fan question to GQ for Niall. Louis tweeted saying, quote, "What are you most looking forward to about being on The Apprentice?" And in case you don't remember, The Apprentice was a competition show where business people competed for a job, aka it was the ultimate job interview. And fans thought Louis' response was hilarious, and tons of them replied to his tweet. One person said, quote, "Alan Sugar, we found a possible candidate for the new Apprentice series." Another said, "They better ask this fan's question. He seems like a huge Niall Horan fan." And another excited fan wrote, quote, "What is this? A Newey interaction?" I think it is a Newey interaction, but I want to know, what do you guys think about this trolling moment? Get the conversation going down in the comments below. But not to worry, people, because Louis' comment didn't seem to bother Niall at all. Niall also replied to Louis' tweet with his own clapback response. He wrote, quote, "Hoping to get a few quid for my startup. You want to donate anything to me?" And honestly, we're just really here for this friendship, but this isn't the first and likely won't be the last time these two have dragged each other on social media. Back in October of 2017, Louis made fun of Niall for being afraid of the show Stranger Things, but Niall may have been asking for it. Niall tweeted saying, quote, "So I started Stranger Things last night and hid behind a pillow for 55 minutes. Jesus, that's intense." To which Louis replied with a screenshot of a headline that said, "Is Stranger Things too scary for kids?" And he wrote, quote, "Should have read this beforehand, lad." Then a couple of years later, when Niall revealed that he was finally really into the show, Louis called back to the old tweet and said, "Just give me a shout out if you're on your own and too scared to watch it. For you, mate, I'll grin and bear it." So clearly these two are friendly as ever and will probably continue to troll each other for the rest of time. But all this has got me thinking, is it time for a One Direction reunion yet? Well, Niall recently spoke out about One Direction potentially reuniting, and he gave us the hope we all need after saying he actually wants a 1D reunion to happen. Niall spoke to RTE Entertainment and said, quote, "We'd be absolutely ridiculous not to reform the band. We haven't really spoken about the wins, but we do know we will. We've all said individually that we will, and I think it would be stupid if we didn't." And we seriously could not agree more. And Niall also revealed that he thinks they will have even more fun the second time around. He said, "I've got to witness things that some artists never will in terms of pandemonium and madness. We've had #1 albums, hit singles. We had a great time, and we'll have an even better time when we do it again." And Louis also recently spoke about when he thinks they'll get back together. Louis told the One Show that, quote, "We've been on a break for 4 years. I'm only just getting around to releasing my first album. Fans who follow our every move every day probably feel we've not been a group for a while, but to us, I know I am, just finding my feet really. I think it will happen at some point. We'd be stupid not to. I think we're kind of exploring and enjoying ourselves individually." So it seems like we all agree here. It would be nuts for One Direction to not get back together at this point, right? Fingers crossed that it's coming soon, but I have to know, do you think we could be getting a One Direction reunion? And what do you think about Louis and Niall trolling each other on social media? Do you enjoy it as much as some fans do? Let me know down in the comment section below. And while we're talking about Niall Horan, click over here to see who he's been flirting with on social media. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep coming back for more news updates. And we have some more exciting news for you right now. Since we are talking about some of your favorite musicians, we wanted to be the first to tell you that Clevver Music is coming back in March 2020, so stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Niall Horan Jr. You can find me at Niall Horan Jr., and I'll see you soon.